Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Esquire Coaching Radio, where we help attorneys achieve unparalleled personal and professional success. And now here's your host, Jenrette-Thomas.
Welcome everyone to the Esquire Coaching Radio Show. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you today. As you know, Esquire Coaching is a national coaching and consulting firm that's dedicated to empowering lawyers to happily succeed in the business of law. And to that end, we have a little bit of a twist from what we normally do. We are actually celebrating our 1-year anniversary as a company and our 1-year anniversary of hosting the Esquire Coaching Radio Show. So today, instead of me interviewing other folks, our wonderful public relations intern, Melissa Grau, is going to talk to us and actually interview me for a change. Let me tell you a little bit about Melissa. She is awesome. She's one of the best finds I've ever had. Melissa is a student at Virginia Tech, and she's working towards earning her BA in Public Relations, as well as 2 associate's degrees in professional writing and psychology. She co-founded a nonprofit called Nourish International on Virginia Tech's campus back in 2013, and she currently serves as its president. In the summer of 2014, Melissa organized a project in Guatemala through Nourish International, sending 4 chapter members to work with a local nonprofit called Mayan Families. She's also a member of the Public Relations Student Society of America and serves her chapter by writing for The Medium, which is Virginia Tech's PR-SSA publication. Upon graduation, Melissa plans to work as a PR specialist to gain experience in the field before working towards her master's. She is truly stellar. Welcome, Melissa.
Thanks, Ann. It's so great to be here, and especially celebrating 1-year anniversary of Esquire Coaching. How does that feel?
I'm so excited.
It's incredible. It's so exciting.
I'm so excited.
How does that feel for you?
Honestly, it has been it's awe-inspiring. I'm humbled by all that we've been able to accomplish in this 1 year, and it is really something else to imagine something, and then see it come to fruition and see it take off so well and see how people respond to this company and to our mission so well. So I am just beside myself with joy and humbled and inspired by this whole process.
Well, it's definitely been inspiring to work alongside you and seeing what Esquire Coaching has accomplished and seeing where we will go. This is incredible.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So what type of impact has Esquire made? Give us the highlights, the rundown of this past year.
Oh, okay. Great question. So over this last year, I am so honored and proud to say that we have impacted thousands of lawyers across the United States through our speeches, our social media, this radio show right here, and our blog, and of course through our coaching programs. We've encouraged lawyers to step into leadership, to really become a rainmaker, to make wellness and self-care a priority, and to honor who they are, to really, truly be authentic, and to just have the life and the career that they want unapologetically. In addition to just this passion that we've kind of infused into this field, we've chartered a new paradigm in coaching, one where we help our clients avoid blind spots by pairing them with a team of coaches, a team that can actually help them out. And I'll talk more about that later. We've also innovated solutions to empower lawyers to happily succeed in the business of law. This is something that is not taught in law school, and I'm honored and proud to say that these are essential skills for survival, especially in this market, and we help attorneys acquire those skills. We were able to publish an Amazon best-selling new release called The Happy Law Practice, and had an innovative telesummit on the same issue. And that was really groundbreaking because we dared to say, yes, you can have a happy law practice. Yes, you can build your business while maintaining peace of mind. I mean, It's a radical concept, but we believe in it. And and we showed people through our book and also through the telesummit. And I'm honored that we've been able to be on the national stage with the American Bar Association, the National Association for Law Professionals, Lavender Law, and other organizations similar to that, in being able to be a thought leader on issues of building brand awareness for lawyers, rainmaking, issues of diversity, and really just essentially the holistic approach of wellness and business development. Our first year was a pretty good start.
That is definitely a hefty list of accomplishments. It's so incredible to look back on this, seeing where it's come from and now where we are and where we're going.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So take us back to the beginning, to a year ago from today. Did you see us in this position?
Wow. I had hoped
mm-hmm.
we'd be in this position, but I think really what spoke to me is I had a different coaching business that was more catered to professionals and women leaders and things of that nature. But I saw, both from my experience in practicing law and also just in continuing to keep in touch with my colleagues who were practicing in law, just how much unhappiness, how much restlessness there was within the profession. And on top of that, there was this panic and this fear that was going on for those who were in law schools because, oh my goodness, the market has crashed and what's going to happen with my job opportunities and, all of that stuff. Law firms got hit pretty hard with the recession.
Mm-hmm.
And so that coupled with just seeing this, seeing all these people who I know were excited about going to practice law and going to law school and making a difference, leave the school environment, get into the work environment, and then just become completely disillusioned. I was like, well, wait a minute, there's a better way. And I was lucky enough to find that better way in this field of coaching. And I realized, okay, it's time for me to marry the two things that I know well. I know how to practice law, and now I know how to coach and really help people through it. And in that vision, this was born. Coaching was born, and the ability to make sure that lawyers can be happy, can truly be happy and can truly learn how to grow their businesses and their books of businesses without feeling so overwhelmed and just without feeling so overwhelmed.
Right. So talk to us about how you came up with Esquire Coaching's mission along the same lines as that, of marrying the two things that you love and helping to improve the industry.
Oh, yeah. So the official mission of Esquire Coaching is to empower lawyers to happily succeed in the business of law. And it's short and it's concise, but man, is it filled with meaning. We really worked hard. I want to credit our CMO, Becky Boyd, for helping in fine-tuning this mission statement. But each word has significance. Empower. We are so committed to the personal empowerment of our clients, because we know that if you want to make a difference, if you want to rise up as a leader, as a rainmaker, if you want to be the best lawyer that you can be, well, it all starts from within. And so that personal empowerment piece is essential. And as I mentioned earlier, the notion of happily, we really believe that there is a way to make sure that you can achieve your goals. You can be ambitious. You can achieve those goals, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of your well-being, your health, your relationships. And it's about taking a bit of a step back and planning and being very thoughtful in your actions and in your goals, so that on balance, when you look at the end game, you really are happy and succeeding, not just in your career. It's not like, oh, okay, I had, all these goals for my career and completely ignored the rest of my life, but instead that you are happily succeeding in the business of law and just personally as well.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that is the perfect mission statement for Esquire Coaching and the values we uphold. Can you tell us more about our values?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 core values as a company. This is what we're really committed to. First and foremost is service. I kid you not, I literally just say a quick, prayer or, just a quick thing to the universe before I get on a coaching call asking, please let me be of the highest service to our client. Please let me be a vessel and be of the highest service. And that's because I firmly believe in delivering excellence, not only to our clients, but to our team and to the community at large. I believe that when you have happier lawyers, you are dealing with a less litigious nation. You're dealing with happier clients. You're dealing, there's a real ripple effect, especially when you think about how lawyers, by and large, assume a lot of prestigious or influential positions, judgeships, politicians, etc. Many of them have legal degrees. And I think if you can get such an influential group to really recognize the importance of stepping into service for themselves, for others, then there's this beautiful ripple effect. Our second core value is coming up with comprehensive solutions. And here, what we mean by that is we take a whole life and a holistic approach to our client situation, and we offer these customized solutions. And basically, the reality is you cannot go out and do all your networking and all the social media you need to do or all the speeches you need to do to enroll new clients when your marriage is failing or your health is not quite up to speed or, you're just feeling so depleted and exhausted. It's just not going to happen. So true. Yeah, right. So that's why we make sure that we take this comprehensive approach to solutions. The third core value we have is evolution. We pursue growth and we welcome innovation at all levels. For example, internally that means we're trying to constantly encourage our team to get trainings or to learn or to be involved in pushing their limits. And we also push our clients. Coaching with us is not going to be comfortable. Just got to be honest. You're going to be stretched. You're going to be, at times you're not even going to like your coach, but it's really for the sake of your growth and your evolution. We also believe in fairness, which is to empower, diverse attorneys, lawyers to have a more inclusive environment. Diversity and inclusion is something that we're really deeply, deeply committed to. And finally, leadership. We unleash the leadership in everyone and serve as thought leaders for this profession and industry. So these are our 5 core values.
I love it, especially when you were talking about diversity. That is something that is so huge within Esquire Coaching and something that we pride ourselves on.
Absolutely. I think oftentimes these things get, diversity and inclusion just sort of gets siloed, oh yeah, that thing over there. But, as a person, I'm a woman, I'm a person of color, I'm a member of the LGBT community, and those 3 ask who I am impacted my ability, my ability to feel supported or to rise up in leadership while I was within the profession. And so I don't want anybody else to have that experience. I want everyone to feel empowered and feel that they can, that whatever obstacles they face, whether it's discrimination or, societal or anything at all, that they have the tools to rise above it.
Right, and unleashing the leader in themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So before you had mentioned about you might not necessarily like your coach. Can you talk to us a little bit more about Esquire Coaching's actual coaching process?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, we strongly, like I mentioned, believe in a holistic approach. We want our clients to avoid the blind spots. And for our private clients, what this looks like is we go through a thorough intake. really helping our clients get clear in articulating their goals that they want to achieve during the coaching relationship. And sometimes this process takes some fine-tuning. It's not enough to just say, oh, yeah, I want more clients. Well, that's just too vague, and it doesn't give your mind enough direction on how to move forward. So we definitely encourage our clients to develop SMART goals, and our acronym is slightly different from the standard. It's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, resonant, that's the difference, and time-bound. And I can go into more at some other point about SMART goals. But once we have a clear understanding of the direction that our clients are trying to go, what we do that's unique is we pair our clients up with the right people on our team to help them achieve those goals. So let's say it's an associate who wants to make partner, and at the same time, they just they put on 30 extra pounds in this 1 year just from being so sedentary, and their marriage is on the rocks. There's just too much tension. Well, as I mentioned earlier, if that one individual is dealing with these personal issues, it's going to adversely impact quality of the legal work that they can provide and, of course, the quality of being able to connect with potential prospects and clients. So that person would get paired in their program with, perhaps our health and nutrition specialist, or perhaps, our business development team and our relationship coaches, all so that simultaneously that person is being treated in this very holistic manner and avoiding some blind spots. Now, similarly, with our firm clients, we take a holistic approach there as well. At least we encourage it. It's not always feasible within firm budgets, but we, instead of just training, we can come in and train your associates and partners on how to build your professional brand or use social media to connect with prospects or health and wellness trainings. But it's not enough to just hear a lecture, no matter how good it is. You know that you only really grow and transform and evolve when you apply the learning. And frankly, that means messing up at times and having the support of that, one-on-one coach to specifically direct you. And that's where it gets a little, hairy at times. Like your coach is going to say to you, hello, you're fooling yourself. You're sabotaging yourself. You're lying to yourself. What's going on here? And putting your feet to the fire. So, yeah, not so comfortable, but definitely effective.
Yeah, most definitely effective. And then I think that's a great way for us to lead into talking about how Esquire Coaching, how we're different from any other coaching firm.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm really, really excited and honored about this, but we are truly pioneering a new way of coaching. This modality that I was just describing to you where one individual is sort of triaged, and then is paired up with the right reality is not, no one coach knows everything. And granted, it's not a job necessarily to know everything, but when you have an expertise or a specialty, you're able to see things a little bit more clearly. You're able to identify those blind spots that your client might be missing. And so we want to try and create this this new way that, frankly, no other coaching firm that I know of in any industry is taking this holistic and triaged approach to coaching. Now, because it's new, we're fine-tuning it. The intention is it's going to be a well-oiled machine, but right now it's so brand new that we're continuing to tweak and adjust and make it better and better.
Right, and I think that speaks volumes about how far that we've come in a year and how far we're going to come in another year and years to come after that.
I hope so.
Oh, I know so. So switching gears a little bit, let's talk about Esquire Coaching benefiting law firms as a whole and not just an individual client.
That's a great question. Yes, we do. I think the number one thing that we do is we help fill the gap that's left by law school, and the gap that might be left within the firm itself. It's not true in every firm, but we help make sure that law firms can train their associates to be better leaders and better rainmakers. And the result of this, and especially as I mentioned earlier, with our ability to hone in and focus on diversity and inclusion, when we bring all of these aspects, this richness to the table, what happens is associates develop unique skill sets that are unrelated to their legal, research, writing, their litigation, their oral argument skills. It's unrelated to any of that. It's really about being able to emotionally and socially gain emotional and social intelligence, be able to connect better, know how to read people, know how to do follow-up, know how to ask for business, and know how to manage and delegate to other people. These are skills that although they might be considered quote-unquote soft skills, without cultivating these well, the whole firm can fall apart. There can be no loyalty. There can be people just jumping ship after they get some training. And here, when a firm is committed to their career advancement and growth, and they care about the well-being of their associates through these holistic programs that we offer, well, it creates more trust, and it creates more loyalty and less of a turnover.
Mm-hmm. So I know that you're a little biased, but in your opinion, what is the most valuable advantage Esquire Coaching has to offer to a law firm?
I think the most valuable is this faceted approach that we take. Mm-hmm. We are, like I mentioned, we're really, really committed to service. I want to make sure that when we have a client engagement, that we actually support the people in achieving their objectives. So if that means that we're doing a little extra coaching that is not necessarily part of the agreement, but it's going to help that client, well, we're committed to that. It's more important that our clients rise up and are empowered and rise up in business development skills, personal fulfillment, and leadership than this notion of just sticking to what the agreed upon terms were, if that makes sense.
No, it definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense because Esquire Coaching, we go above and beyond to make sure that the job gets done to the best of our ability. And I think that speaks volumes about having a different coach for each specific different thing that a firm or a client would need help with.
Thank you.
So why is legal coaching such an important tool in today's job market?
The type of coaching that we do, because we specifically focus on business development and balance, what happens is you become an invaluable asset no matter where you go. So if you're job hunting, let's say you're a law student and your school brings us on for a training in some of these business development skills, and you're actually applying them early on. Imagine being able to go into an interview and say, oh, by the way, I've already begun to build my network. I've already begun client development activities, business development activities. I've already established a brand, and there is a following that respects and admires the work that I'm putting out there, the thought leadership that I'm putting out there. Wow. You stand out like nobody else. And not only do you stand out from an employment perspective, not only are you seen immediately as a leader and as immediately as somebody that can add value, it does a couple of other things. Number one, and I saw this from actually observing my own boss at a former D.C. law firm where I was working. He cut short the path to partnership from the traditional route was anywhere from 8 to 10 years. He made partner in 6 years. And the primary reason is because he knew how to bring in business. And many of you might be thinking, oh, yeah, okay, that must be in, like in real estate or commercial real estate or some kind of, very high-end market. No, he did it in tax-exempt orgs, nonprofits. So what this taught me is that, number one, when you know how to make money, when you know how to build business, there's a certain level of untouchableness to you. And number two, in the event that you're not employed or you are let go, you now have the skill set to be able to, whether you end up doing it, utilizing to bring your own, to start your own firm, or whether you utilize it as a strategy to get another position. You've expanded your network exponentially.
Most definitely. But since we have 5 minutes left, how do you get started with Esquire coaching sessions for our listeners?
I know. I can't believe this interview. It's flown
it flew by.
Wow. I guess I had more to say than I realized. But so the best way is to contact us at info@esquirecoaching.com. That's info@esquirecoaching.com. And just email us and let us know that you want an initial consultation. It's completely free. It's an opportunity for us to just get a sense of understanding what's going on with you, what are your goals, what are some of those obstacles that have prevented you from achieving those goals to date, what are some of these other, challenges or things that might be getting in the way, and start seeing if this is a good fit for you. But honestly, we are so committed to our clients. We love what we do. I think you can tell from the enthusiasm here.
Lots of enthusiasm.
And we'd love to continue to help, so if whether it's you or, someone that please just keep spreading the word about Esquire Coaching.
And you can also find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Esquire Coaching, and our website, www.esquirecoaching.com, and you can sign up for our newsletter, Elevate.
Oh, my God, that's absolutely true. See, this is why I have you, Melissa. I totally forgot about that.
I do what I can.
I love it. This has been really fun for me to be able to be on the other side, and I appreciate you taking the time out to interview me. Was there any last questions that you wanted to ask?
Honestly, you covered everything. You did a remarkable job.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were a great host, and now I know who's going to fill in for me whenever I have to go speak somewhere or something like that. So,
all right,
everyone,
I'll do it.
I want to thank you, Melissa, and I want to thank you, listeners, for being here, joining us, and listening to this ride of how we started this wonderful company, and we have much further than what you see today. This is just the beginning. We want to thank all of our listeners for your loyalty and your support, for sharing the word, and we are here for you. So please reach out in any vehicle, social media, email, call us, and just we're here for you. Until next week, be well.